Today, I wanted to go over Transcendental Meditation, not the practice or the numerous benefits that come with the practice, but rather how the external and internal world parallel. What do I mean by that? Let's get into it. In the external world, we have different levels, just like we do in the internal world. At level 1, we have external objects, so things like electronics, computer science, material science, and the list goes on. Anything that you can use for your own convenience is an external object. Then we move into level 2, where we are then measuring these external objects. So things like thermodynamics, things like classic mechanics, list goes on. Anything that is measuring the external object. Then we move into level 3, where it is the external object at the quantum level. So things like nuclear physics and things like quantum mechanics, things like atomic physics, anything that has to do with the nucleus or the atom of the external object. Then we move into level 4, where we are then measuring these quantum objects. So using things like gravitation, using things like leptons, like quarks, like electromagnetism, anything that has to do with measuring these nuclei or these atoms of the external object. Then once we move past that, we move into level 5, where everything is super unified at the unified field, where it is past measuring, it is past these external objects, and is in this complete state of unification. Similarly, in the internal world, there is level 1, where we have everyday thought. So things like, what am I going to do today? How am I going to get there? What am I going to do once I get there? Everyday thoughts that keep us functioning as organisms. Then we move into level 2, where we have an awareness of that everyday thought. So having pure and simple an awareness of these thoughts that keep us moving as an organism. Then we move into level 3, where we have existential thought. So any thought that has to do with our existence. Who am I? Why am I here? How did I get here? What is life? All these huge questions that humanity and other organisms may have wanted to know for as long as time has been around. Then we move into level 4, where we have an awareness of this existential thought. So not only do we have these extremely deep questions about our existence, but we have an awareness of questioning our existence. Moving beyond that, we move into level 5, which is pure consciousness. It is a purely unified field where everything is integrated, everything is correlated, and it is completely unified. Now you can see the similarities between the two. And just to further reason this, when you take nuclear power, that is 1,000,000 times more powerful than chemical power. Just like this, as you go deeper and deeper into the levels of reality, the result is that much more potent.